Hey people, Indrid here, 1v1, Greentooth Gorge, blue side. Antair with a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster of strong support and control, up against, on the red side, Tunnel Snake with a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very strong offense, disruption and support from the front line. There was a comment a few videos ago where someone was confused that I called the Warboss a hero and I didn't use that descriptor for the other fellas. I mean, look at his face, he's a bloody hero. Been going forever. Always angry. Triple Stormtrooper opening for Antair. Double shooters for Tunnel Snake. We're going to see some shooty action for sure. Warboss just grabbing his natural VP. Does not go mid. So sluggers might run into some of the Stormtroopers. Maybe the Daemonhunter as well. These shooters are idle. There we go. They are moving. Oh no, sluggers are back capping here. On the east side, Warboss might run into these fellas. Maybe both of them. And they could run into garrisons such as these and frustrate him even more. Been doing this a long time, the Warboss. He's had enough for these fellas running into garrisons. He might be able to cut them off. Over on the northwest, Daemonhunter's found some shooter boys. Swing and a miss with the special attack. Stormtroopers backing him up. Here come the sluggers and here come more shooter boys. Daemonhunter could be in trouble. Sluggers are on him. Both the shooters are on him. Sluggers are leaving the fight. Okay, they just gave up, decided to go for the Stormtroopers. I guess they thought that the double shooters were enough, but should have kept the sluggers on him, I think, for those retreat hits. Might have got a kill. Might have got a kill. These guys already have their sergeant with that no fuse grenade. There it is. Misses the sluggers though. Might need to back away now, fellas. Sluggers did drop a model. Oh, they were getting their burners, but they cancelled it. What's the first power purchase then? Don't see another one. Maybe they want to get Storm Boys up quicker. It seems like they spent their power on something. Oh, here we go. It's big shooters for the two shooter boy squads. A little bit of a flank here. Those guys barely get away. Lots of dagger from these fellas. Don't see aiming. What's that though? I guess I don't know what it is at the moment. There we go. Aiming. What's that? On those Stormtroopers, suppresses them. Warboss gets a good smack. And then a stomp, which I guess... Oh, got a kill. I think the stomp got a kill. Goes for the central VP. Daemonhunter is kind of... Oh, he tried to use... I think he tried to use Rift Tear somewhere because he's got no energy right now. And I think maybe I heard the sound for it. It does have a long range, but I don't think it was long enough to get to the middle. What's it going for here? Emperor's Torch. Not often you get to see it. This might be a good game to get those tier 1 Crusaders up as well against Orks. Needs over 100 red. I think they're 350 rec, 30 power, 125 red now in tier 1. The Crusaders. Would be cool to see them. Here's the Emperor's Torch. Now if I remember correctly, the Light of the Emperor, oh, it says it right there. It detects units and also provides some damage resist and I think health regen in its radius. I think it's pretty good. Not sure how long it lasts. Maybe we'll see it here. There it is. Light of the Emperor helping out these Stormtroopers, but the Daemonhunter goes down. Might help them outshoot the shooter boys. These guys aren't actually in cover somehow. At least one of them should be with that little statue thing there. Wow, they really are holding on with this Light of the Emperor. I think it's a 30 or 40% damage resist, and you get a little bit of health regen. It might be energy regen. I think it's health regen. 474 to 500 single cap here for Tunnel Snake. Anything for the Warboss? Warboss is getting a boss pole to keep his boys in line. Sluggers did not get their burners. Sad face. We have a knob leader for the shooter boys though. These fellas aren't getting one. Oh, we do have Crusaders. Look at that. Got the 125 red. Here they come. Big old shields. Got some swords. Got helmets on. And you get 5 of the fellas these days. Actually, decent foot speed on these fellas. Damage isn't amazing, but they have the... I think they call it Glorious Death in the game. When they drop a model, they get 25% more damage. And I think it's 25% health as well as they drop models. They also naturally get a little bit more health regen when they're in combat. And in tier 2, they get the battle frenzy, which gives them, I believe it's damage resist and even more health regen. That 25% damage resist and 5 health regen, I think, on the battle frenzy. Weighing in on the Warboss, getting some good hits. There's the stomp. It's a decent one. Uses it to escape. 408 to 500. Very excited to see how these Crusaders stack up and how they scale later on. They can get the Eviscerator chainsword wielding acolyte fella, who makes their battle frenzy better, I believe, and has a power weapon, I think. Lots of guesses going on here. Ordo Malleus changed so much in each update. Crusaders were made tier 1 in the last update, but I think the only thing that changed was their cost and the fact that you can't use the battle frenzy until tier 2. And it just goes tier 2, by the way. Daemonhunter's still down in the mid, so no Emperor's Light for these fellas. They're just going to angrily attack. No, they aren't. Grenade goes in. Killed one of the shooters. These guys still bashing gens. No, there's nothing to bash. It has been bashed. And they chased these shooters in that garrison. 393 to 492. Going tier 2 when you got no power up and you're losing the map. It's a little bit dicey. No purgation. Put all their eggs in that Crusader's basket. Big investment on these guys. 125 red. Tier 2 for Tunnel Snake as well. I'm guessing they want a Death Dread here. Death Dread into Weird Boy is a pretty safe tier 2 in a 1v1, I think. Although maybe War Truck. But you'd expect upgraded sluggers if there was going to be a War Truck. We don't see it. We got a Rhino for Antair. So when they see that, maybe they will hold off on the Death Dread. Maybe wait until it gets the anti-vehicle or the anti-infantry weapon to try and before they get a Death Dread up, because a Las Cannon Rhino will pick it off. Here's some Daka. Daemonhunter has been repurchased. Good grenade on these shooter boys. They've only got one though, only one sergeant on those fellas. What's this now? This is Crusaders popping their battle frenzy and fighting a Warboss. Battle frenzy is worn off though. There's a stomp. Warboss is pissed. Good special attack. Here come Sluggers. Popping their War. Don't have any upgrades though. No burners. Knob Bleeder is on the way. Crusaders didn't actually drop a model, so they didn't get the Glorious Death buff. Maybe they should have used Battle Frenzy a little bit later for the health regen. But it's probably better to use it at the start of a fight. I guess it depends on the fight. Maybe against just a Warboss who's only going to be attacking a single model at a time. Maybe you wait until you see Sluggers appear before you pop the Battle Frenzy. But now, it's Power Claw time. 95 heavy melee DPS. The Crusaders are not going to have a great time trying to fight it. Here we see Rift Tear. Maybe it's a good game to use the Sundering thing, which was buffed in 297. It's an accessory for the Daemonhunter, gives him Sundering, which reduces the damage output of a squad when he smacks them, I think. Also, they changed it where he also takes less damage while it's active. It either reduces the damage or... No, I think it increases the damage they take, hence the name Sundering. Yep, no burners. So Sundering could be good in these melee fights alongside the Crusaders. No sign of it yet. They do have that Rhino gone for a Las Cannon on top. And War Truck is up for Tunnel Snake with Tank Busters. Are they inside? Nope, they're here. Tank Busters for the Rhino. War Truck for general support. Here come the Crusaders popping their frenzy. Battle frenzy, I should say. There you see the health regen. In amongst some shooter boys. Warboss going after him though. Gets a special. And doing a lot of damage. You only get 7 red for killing a Crusader. That's really low. It is really low. There you see the battle threat of the Glorious Death rings going up there. So that guy was really buffed up. The Warboss did go down, by the way, after that. Lots of glorious death. 247 to 477. Rhino barely survived. War Truck barely survived. Tank Busters are idle. But it's a 2-1 for Tunnel Snake. Tier 3. It's a pretty quick tier 3, it feels like. We got Stormtroopers trying to bash gens. And they've got a lot of power up, Tunnel Snake. Tank Buster Barrage. Hits a couple of the fellas. And the others run away. And they could just come out swinging with a Knob Squad here. Tunnel Snake. Alongside the Power Claw Warboss would be quite scary. Oh, he's got a thing. What is this? Force Rod for Retribution. On-demand disruption from range. Also silences them. So they can't use Swamp them, for example, if you use it on sluggers. Oh, sluggers are dead. Sluggers are dead. I'm good at noticing things. So you could stop the shooter boys using aiming. What's that? Or maybe even stop the Warboss using his stomp or something. 210 to 477. Crusaders trying to grab the mid. They've done okay so far, you know, these fellas. Almost level 2. War Truck dies pretty fast. There's that Retribution. Good hit. Tank Buster's trying to get the Rhino down. Daemonhunter's trying to tie them up. And what do we get? Oh, we do get Sundering. Malleus is the name of the item, which I forgot. And yeah, they take 35% more melee damage specifically when he hits them for 6 seconds. So that could be really good for the Crusaders in there. There's Light of the Emperor. And as you see there, also grants him 20% melee damage resist on top of his melee resistance aura, I assume. There's Retribution. Silencing the Warboss. Couple of Crusaders still alive. Warboss still putting up a hell of a fight, even getting debuffed by Sundering. Looks like there isn't any kind of visual effect when you are sundered, which is a bit weird, although maybe it just wasn't active. Daemonhunter was tossed aside there. Warboss needs to run, not sure what he's up to. Goes down. Floppy there from Tunnel Snake. Now has a Knob Squad, but only has double shooters. I was assuming that Sundering was a passive effect, but it might be something that you need to activate. And then it runs its course and runs out. I guess it depends how much Liber Malleus costs to purchase. Would be a pretty powerful passive effect, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Some really powerful accessories in this game. Here comes a Pain Boy for Tunnel Snake to support the Knob Squad. These guys, oh, they got their U-jammers first. They are pretty mental looking hammers. I mean, how does any human survive a single hit from those things? All the Stormtroopers still alive, so the Rhino has plenty of repair support. Crusaders are nice and healthy. Daemonhunter's up and running. Got some cool abilities here. It does say grants the Sundering ability, so yeah, I assume it is something he needs to activate. It's not just active all the time, so timing is going to be important there. It's the first time I've ever seen a Daemonhunter player using Liber Malleus. Typically they get the Tome of Tranquility for the energy regen. So it's cool to see it. That was Retribution, which is actually a pretty powerful tool against knobs because you prevent them from using Frenzy with the silence. So that could be amazing. Pain Boy has the Cyborg implant equipment. Cyborg is a pretty amazing word. Is he going to do the surgery here? There's a surgery. Can we work out what they're going to get? They got 4150 health. Usually they get +1 speed, but sometimes they get the health, the 10% health. You can also get 10% damage, of course, but that's maybe a little bit overkill. Knob Squad have amazing damage output. Well, they didn't get the health. We'll see if they're running around a bit faster. 207 to 335. Would be nice if there was maybe a slightly different... Yeah, they definitely got a +1 speed, look. A slightly different visual effect depending on what kind of surgery I was doing. Well timed retribution there. And that was the git source from the pain boy for the heal over time. They'll just tear apart everything with their hammers. Rhino might not survive, turning around. Down it goes. Rift tear coming a bit late. Although it would have slowed down the Rhino as well, right? Or does it not affect vehicles? Warboss up against the Daemonhunter. We saw how that went before. 207 to 277. Tunnel Snake down to 3 units. Crusaders popping their Battle Frenzy just to heal up a bit. They are level 3. They can't fight a Nob Squad, although they are damaged, but there's User Choppers and Ard Boys. They're going to go down so fast. Lots of glorious death buffs, but it's not going to be enough to fight a Nob Squad. As expected. I mean, they're tier 1 fellas. And they can't have their tier 3 upgrade because they're not in tier 3. Warboss chasing down some Stormtroopers. Chases them into the garrison, very upset. Nob Squad getting... Oh, they just got a git source heal, I think. Yeah, look at the health regen. Oh, it's stopped now. As soon as I look at it, it stops. Getting their cap going, though. 1-to-1 cap. Stormtroopers get out to more effectively shoot the Warboss, who's level 4 with heavy armor. This guy's an army onto himself now in a 1v1. Almost 2,000 hit points at level 4. And here come Flash Gits for Tunnel Snake. Tier 3 for Antair. I thought maybe we were going to see a Grey Knight Dreadnought. Would be awesome. I think it's still a good shout. Because the melee... Don't the melee Grey Knight Dreadnoughts get like 1,600 hit points or something? It's a lot. 197 to 250. Big old stomp. And they can get that Maelstrom thing for disruption. Did that stomp kill a Crusader? It did. Look, it gave them a glorious death ring. Daemonhunter grabs the mid, level 3. Flash Gits hit the field. Painboy runs away from Plasma Gun, Stormy Troopers. And they have the, what do they call it? Overcharged Plasma. For the AoE suppression thing, which could help against the Nobs running in. Here are your Flash Gits getting their Git Finders, which is an amazing name for an upgrade. More range on their guns. Use Kandaka from farther away. I'm not sure if we will see the blasters here, since there aren't any heavy infantry on the field. Oh look, we have the little Acolyte fella there. Acolyte leader. It's got a 55 power melee eviscerator. Gives them more damage resist and damage output passively by 20% and makes the battle frenzy better. Can they fight a Nob Squad? Probably not, but they'll put up a better fight. Those guys pop frenzy. They're getting some specials here, knocking them down. There's Ard Boys. Glorious death rings appearing for the Crusaders. You know, they did better than I thought there. Those guys had Ard Boys on them and they still got down to like half hit points. They did have some Stormtrooper support though, but the Nob Squad also had Painboy support. Is this Daemonhunter dying? Yep, super dying. Super dead. All the way dead. I don't know how you're still twitching after that, buddy. Just cut you in half. Nob Squad just casually smacking Stormtroopers to death with one hit. Did they level? Level 2 now, these guys. Flash Gits coming back out of base. I guess they got messed up by the Daemonhunter while I was watching the mid. 192, sorry, to 156 on the VPs. Map looking quite blue, actually. Some more Flash Gits for Tunnel Snake. Why not just get a tank up here, buddy? Expected a looted tank. You've got no answer to a looted tank at all. How am I still going, says Antair. It's got this tier 1 army trying to fight tier 3 orcs. Tunnel Snake did lose a lot of units. Like midway through tier 2, all the shooters dying and stuff. Well, they still got some shooters. Shooters dying, sluggers dying. War truck going down. Plasma support here. Battle Frenzy is popped. I think they were trying to go after the Pain Boy, but they got knocked around a bit. There's Odd Boys. Decent grenade. They can use those grenades as well. Although still only one of the squads has the sergeant. Grey Knight Terminators on the way now for Ante. They will help in the fight against the Nob squad, especially if the Daemonhunter can be in there for some Emperor's Light and Sundering. Got quite a few abilities to manage now, that fellow, if he was alive, that is. Should be able to, yeah, repurchase him pretty soon for 250. For those who don't know, don't play this game. When a hero goes down, their cost depends on what level they are, and that cost gradually falls to a minimum of 250. So if you're patient, you can buy them back for pretty cheap. There's the Git Source heal on those Nob squad fellas to top them off. 4,500 hit points. And that +1 speed has come in handy. Crusaders running into Shooter Boys. Are they level 4? No, still level 3. Really got to time that battle frenzy well. Wait until everyone's engaged, I think, with the Nob squad before you pop it. Unless you're using it just to heal up, which I guess is a legit reason to pop it. I'm not sure what the cooldown is on the battle frenzy. Grey Knight Terminators hit the field. They have splash damage power melee halberds. Not quite as scary as Terminator Lightning Claw power melee, but they should hurt the Nob squad a lot. And now they have Liber Demonica for Holocaust, which lifts infantry in the air and burns it for a bit. Oh, they found the Crusaders. They tried to pop Battle Frenzy and fight, bless them, but the Nob squad were pretty mean. Down to 35 VPs is Ante. Should repurchase the Daemonhunter here, I think, for some Emperor's Light. They got triple flash kits here. See, should have got the looted tank. They've got triple flash kits up. I guess they can just get blasters now. And blast those Grey Knight Terminators are quite a lot. These guys can teleport around, but they cannot retreat. They do have sidearms. And they can actually get an upgraded sidearm, can't they? Oh, we got Tempest. Daemonhunter's back, and he's got the Armor of Damnation, which turns Rift Tear into Tempest. Big AoE ability that gets nastier the longer you channel it. Silences stuff, damages stuff, slows stuff down, all that good stuff. Lots of stuff. You guys are level 4? No. Don't have any level 4 fellas. Not even a Daemonhunter. 2-to-1 cap though for Ante. Crusaders using their decent foot speed to get to Tunnel Snake's natural. They really have to get a good fight in. Blasters up for one of the flash kits. You expect them to have better map here. The flash kits haven't done much. They've got 2 with blasters now. This should be really bad news. Big burst AoE damage. Yeah, even though the Crusaders aren't heavy infantry, they still really don't like that. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Orbital bombardment coming in. Retribution into the bombardment. And they're going to retreat into it. This is an amazing nuke, potentially. Warboss is fighting Crusaders. It's a good bombardment. Even gets the Nob squad, and they weren't retreating, I don't think. They were trying to cap. Now they're fighting the Warboss. Warboss doesn't really want to fight Grey Knight Terminators. Oh, they drain your health on hit. Or drain your energy on hit, I believe. Forgot about that. I think that's what we were seeing there on the Warboss. Painboy goes down? Painboy goes down. That was a really bad fight for Tunnel Snake. They're now being boxed in. And it's a double cap for Ante. What is this though? Sneaky Shooter Boys. 2 of them? 3 of them. These guys should be on them, but they are busy capping a wreck point right now. Ante is probably locking at the east side is why. Blasters doing their thing. Bad news for the Grey Knight Terminators. Their super heavy infantry armor takes a lot of damage from those blasters. There's the Tempest. Doing some damage now in that stage. Doing some good work. That's pretty good. Typically, I'm kind of underwhelmed with the Tempest these days. For an expensive piece of armor. They did okay there. Down to 4 VPs is Tunnel Snake. They have the rocks. They really have to pop that rocks or use a call the boys in the next fight or something. Anter's taking a natural back. There's a single. I think they're going to cap this in time. Oh boy, down to 1 VP Tunnel Snake. Where is your tank? Look at his resources. I don't have direct position for it. Crusaders coming in. Just trying to get the flash kits off that cap. Pop in a battle frenzy. They're going to kill him. They killed the flash kits. That was some good damage output. Flash kits are heavy infantry. Level 4 Crusaders. What heroes. What absolute heroes. Looks like the Daemonhunter stole these gens here. Barely held apart. The Orky engineering. Barely held together, I should say. There's another Tempest. Whose Stormtrooper's getting a bit close to stuff. Oh, and retreated the wrong fellas. There's the Holocaust. 2-to-1 cap for Tunnel Snake, but they're down to just their tier 3 infantry now. Flash kits are going to get smacked by a Daemonhunter. Kills one of them. Rocks coming in. Nob Squad fighting to the death, are they? Is he trying to show up to do a call to boys? Where's call to boys? Boys are not being called. Nob Squad just dies. GG, says Tunnel Snake. Just threw everything into that fight. Couldn't retreat, or they would have just lost the VP, and they lost it anyway. Anter wins with a largely tier 1 army. Did have the Granite Terminators at the end, and they did do a lot of work. What did they get? Silencers. Level 6 Daemonhunter. A level 7 Warboss. Was a fun game. Was fun to see those Crusaders do their thing. And they did really well. Some sloppy play here and there from Tunnel Snake. Was not on the map super well. Flash kits didn't really pay for themselves. I think an earlier tank would have been great. But that might have meant we just saw some counters from Anter, I suppose. You can never really know. But thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.